Howdy YouTube and welcome to this episode of the Gunman. So today we're going to do the masking and base coat stage on this Lexus NX-300. Pretty cool looking car, this thing. I've actually been meaning to get this video edited up and narrated for quite some time. Yeah, it's been probably painted about 2 months ago, but yeah, life gets busy and sometimes on the weekends I just don't feel like making videos. So as I always say, I hope you guys do appreciate watching my videos and the time and effort I put into them. And if you do, all I ask is give it a thumbs up. Share it around, yeah, whatever, but give it a thumbs up. That's the least you can do. You know, I spend hours doing these things, so if that one click, you know, I know sometimes people forget it, but it does make a difference to the channel and it helps the channel out. So yeah, anyway, all that aside, let's get into this job. So we're doing a bonnet outside, or a hood as you'd say in America. We're doing a blend on this driver's side fender. We've got a brand new fender on the passenger's side, a blend up the pillar, so a blend on the door, and then we've got a brand new bumper bar as well. So yeah, obviously I'm cutting a lot of the footage out, and yeah, I might even do a raw video on this. I do have obviously all the footage, so I might even put the rest of the footage up on my raw channel if yeah, people are interested in that. So there's a brand new fender there which I wiped down with Prepsol or wax and grease remover, and a brand new front bumper here that I'm wiping down with some anti-static degreaser. I think the product code was 3950S, and that was a Chromax product there. Pretty good anti-static cleaner. Like the best ones you can get I've found were the Standox ones, and they were like individual packeted wipes, and you just got the cleanest brand new bumpers with them because they were just, I don't know, pristinely clean, every single one. This bumper here, I think I kind of know what happened, but I got crap all through it. Like I've got little bits of dust and stuff all through my wet on wet. Now, I think I know what happens. So when you wipe it down with your anti-static cleaner, you're getting rid of all of the static. But then what happens is when you tack rag it, you're actually rubbing that friction back over it, and you're creating the static straight back to that bumper bar. So any little bits of dust that are flying around the booth from the wet on wet stage, or anything that you may have left on the body of yourself or something like that, it's all going to get attracted to it. And that's what happened. Look, it was no big deal in the end because I put the wet on wet down first. I then went back and masked the body up. In this instance here, I actually went and had my lunch break, so I let that wet on wet flush out for, yeah, at least half an hour, probably 40 minutes, and then I gave those little bits of dust in the bumper just a bit of a denib out, and then another good tack rag down, and put the base coat on after that. So yeah, I mean, sometimes you get these, these things happening in spray painting, and I guess it's a matter of identifying it and knowing the right way to go around it without making an absolute mess. If it had just been one or two small nibs or something that was down the bottom of the bumper, I might have just base coated over it, but there was way too many, and yeah, horses for courses as well. Like, if it was, say, a, 1980s Corolla that had, not been looked after or something, you might just denib them out and clear over it, like clear over it and then denib them out in the clear coat or something. But this is basically a brand new car. It's the first time I've ever painted one of these things. I reckon they're a pretty cool looking car, actually, these Lexus NX-300s. I was actually watching this video on YouTube, probably about a month or two ago. Found out what Lexus actually stands for. These Japanese guys, like, going through like a few just random facts about Japanese cars, and Lexus stands for Limited Edition Export to the US. So there you go. And yeah, I think just all Lexuses in Japan are just Toyotas. So yeah, got that wet on wet down, and then doing the masking, obviously. Pretty self-explanatory, really. Edge masking, cutting it out, taping it down. I find it hard to narrate masking. I have done for quite some time. I remember years ago, like, what do I say? You can see what I'm doing. It's one of those things. I'm going to have a vape. But yeah, on other unrelated news, well, I guess it's related to spray painting. DeVilbiss have just announced their newer spray gun, the DV1. So interested to see how that's gonna go. But I don't know. I've been thinking about like when are DeVilbiss gonna make and like release a new gun, and do we need it? Like I want it, and I've wanted it for a long time. But I'm thinking, short of like paints changing and everything else around the spray gun changing, I don't think we need it. Like I don't think we need a new DeVilbiss, you know. But we want one, of course. But yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things I've thought about for quite some time. Like, short of the paint changing, I don't think we need them. Like, I think they've just got to this point where you're not going to get them any more efficient. You know, you're not going to get any better of a finish than what you can already get with them. You know what I mean? But I understand from a business standpoint, they want to continue to make money and make more money. So, how are they going to do that? They're going to make new guns. So, you can't begrudge them for that. But, yeah. I don't know about the designing on it, and I think I like it, but it's like they've sort of followed a supernova. It's like they just kind of copied the design of the supernova. One thing I've always liked about DeVilbiss is they got that distinctive styling to them, you know, like it's just, you look at that gun and you're like, that's a DeVilbiss, you know, it's just got that style to it. But they, with the latest one, the DV1, which is their Basecoat gun, which it's not even out yet as of me recording this video, it might be by the time you guys watch it, but yeah. And then Sartajet also announced a new spray gun, so that's like, I think it's like 5500X or X5500, and they've got two versions of it. So they've got like an I and an O, or a 1 and a 0. So they've actually got like a different spray fan on each one. One of them's got like more of a straight spray fan, the other one's sort of like a bit more of an oval shape to it. So yeah, I might have to get one of them and see what I think of it. Yeah, I know all the I better not stir the pot too much. I know there's few SATA guys that don't like my opinions on the SATAs, although I've always maintained the fact that they're great guns. I've been a bit critical of some of the things on them, which if you're doing reviews, you kind of got to be, you know. And same thing, like if I don't like the new DeVilbiss, I'll have to tell you guys, you know. That's just how it is, and then you'll still never lose the label of being a DeVilbiss fanboy. But I don't make content for the haters or for the true fanboys, you know, the ones that actually can't take any criticism, you know. Like, to me, like, sure, I do like my DeVilbisses, and you know, I understand where the fanboy mentality does come from, though, like, because like you've done a lot of great work with that thing, like you feel connected to it. So I'm not hating on you guys for having strong opinions. At the end of the day, I've got strong opinions myself, so yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I find masking quite mesmerising and enjoyable. I think it's quite easy as well. It's got a panel there. We only want to paint that panel, tape around the edges, mask it down, and get some paint on there. Like, yeah, we smash the jobs out at work. Like, this is a high flow workshop, you know, do production shop basically, you call it, I guess. And I enjoy it. I don't know, like, I like going into work and getting all the work I can done, and then going home and forgetting about work, if you know what I mean. Like, I might put an Instagram post up or something during my after hours, but then that's one thing I do like about being an employee where I am now, and working in like a production shop like this. I get to go in there, paint lots of cars, because I do enjoy painting, and I don't have to think about it when I leave. You know, if I want to have a couple of weeks off at Christmas or whatever, I can stop thinking about it. I can just completely switch off, enjoy my holidays. But I don't know, I found anyway, like when I was in business, it was just a bit more stressful. Yeah, I know it's not for everyone. Like, some people couldn't go back to being an employee after having their own business, as I have. But yeah, I actually just did a video on this topic, so why am I talking about it? I just ran out of shit to say. And I wanted to get this video up because I was really happy with how it came out. More so the clear coat stage, and I did decide to break this video up into 2 videos. So you can either sit there and listen to me ramble or not. Like, yeah, that was right. I got this comment this morning, like, I did the garage spot repair on this car, like on my own car recently, and one guy's like, you're a hack, you know, like you don't know what you're doing. And I don't know, the comment actually got deleted, I don't know where it is. But then, like, that's the thing, like, you can't, like, in any industry, you can't just try and make everyone happy. You just got to do your own thing, because, like, one person calls you a hack, and then the next guy is, like, kind of hating on you, but liking the content, if that makes sense. He's like, oh, you know, now finally you're back in the real world. Now go get yourself an eBay spray gun and watch your views go back up again. You know, he's saying that, like, this kind of work that I do in a spray booth is, like, above, you know, your average everyday person, but spraying in the garage, yeah, you're back with the real world or something, and your views are going to get better. So it's like one person calls you a hack, the other one's like, yeah, this is heaps better, and you know you're gonna get more views doing it. So it's like you just got to do your own thing in this industry, and well, just in general, really. Like, don't try and impress everyone else. Like, yeah. And yeah, as far as like being a YouTuber goes, I don't watch much, if any other YouTubers to do with spray painting, and that's not hating on like, that's not hating on them or anything. Like, I've, you know, done a few shout outs and nothing against other people doing videos, but it's just not what I'm interested in. Like, I'm confident enough in my own abilities. I can get my job done. I know what I'm doing, you know, at work. I don't need to go home and watch the Refinish Network or Tony's Refinishing on the weekend to get my job done. Yeah, sure, there's like people like you, go and watch them. I'm not saying don't watch them, but the other side of that is it keeps my content kind of original, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm not out there watching Tony's Refinishing and the Refinishing Network and trying to be like them, if you know what I mean. Although I must say that, like, Refinish Network was kind of a bit of inspiration for this channel. Like, he was one of the first spray painting YouTube channels, as far as I know anyway. Like, he's the first one I ever knew of, and I saw him years ago, and I thought, yeah, I could do something like that. Why not? But yeah, it took a while for me to actually do it. But yeah, that's you saw that bumper where you probably saw me like looking at those nibs. So I just finished the masking off. I ended up saying, you know what, I'm gonna go have my lunch break, forget about it for half an hour, and let it cure right out. And yeah, came back, got a piece of 800 grit, one of those softback sanding sponges, gave him a good nib out, and yeah, continued on with the base coat stage. So yeah, just wax and grease remover next step. Always do my blends first. I know, like, going over the same thing again and again. And that's part of the reason I haven't done like many standard spray painting videos like this for a while. It did get to the point where it's like, I've said it 100 times, you know what I mean? And I know that the viewers don't mind. Like, say, you might be a Lexus NX-300 driver and you want to see how I paint this car and how I paint this specific color. But to me, it's like I'm just going over the same thing again, which is where the product reviews come in, and like different topics, like you know, that video I did about owning your own business versus being an employee. It kind of changes the content up a bit, and doing that little you know, spot repair on my own car, it sort of changes keeps it fresh, I guess. You know, if every single video is like spray painting an NX-300, spray painting a Nissan Skyline or something, to me it just gets a bit mundane in a way. So I guess yeah, if you do go away and do some other content for a while, you do come back to a video like this maybe, and with a bit more passion and yeah, invigorated about doing it. And yeah, it does feel a bit different because I haven't done one for a while. So yeah, I actually just did a review and demo on the Quartz Liquid Glass Clear, which I'm not using on this job, in part 2 that is, because this video would have got quite long if I had put base coat and clear coat in the one video, so I broke it up. But yeah, this video, in the second video, I'll be using the Standox Standard Clear, which is a great clear. It's just that little bit thinner. It's easy to use. That's probably its real strong point. Like, anyone can just grab it, bang, smash it on, and it's a good quality clear, but very user friendly. Whereas the Quartz Liquid Glass, it's honestly, it's just as user friendly if you thin it down 10%. you know, so it's because it's a VHS clear. So anyway, so yeah, sorry, I didn't get a 800. I got 1500. Forgot about that. There you go. Just sort of scuff those little bits out. Just yeah, microfine sandpaper. I guess I didn't want 800 grit sanding scratches to either rip through that through the wet on wet primer, or to yeah, be a little bit too scratchy for the base coat. Yeah, obviously give it a good tack rag before you put your base coat down. Again, I've edited out lots of the tack ragging footage. It can get pretty boring. But yeah, not to discount its importance. Yeah. Like to put those little bits of foam inside the door handles these days. I used to just get a bit of tape, roll it up and bang it in there. But yeah, the foam tape, it's about all I use it for. Like, very occasionally I'll use it in a door jamb, but I found used to get edges. Like if I was to paint, like say, a dog leg and let's just say a rear door and a quarter panel together, and you put that tape in, you just get a bit of a rough edge there. So sometimes on primer work I'll use it just to stop the primer from going through the gap, but still put a bit of tape down there first. So yeah, obviously once it's all tack rag down, first up these days, I've been doing a bit more of this lately, actually putting the 599 or base coat blender down before I put my base coat down, and it's been working well. Like, I know a lot of people are taught to do it this way, but years ago when I was working with Glazeret System, had this tech rep come out, technical paint rep come out, and he's like, nah man, put it down after you get your first couple of coats of base down and then blend into it when it's wet. So you can do it both ways, it doesn't matter really. So yeah, Standox solvent-based base coat, and this is my base gun, and I've been using it for around a year now actually. So DeVilbiss GDI Pro, not the Pro Lite, HV25 air cap on it with a 1.4mm fluid tip, and I find it just gets the base coat down perfectly. Sometimes on the silvers I'll drop the pressure right down to 1 bar, which would probably be around 15 psi. Yeah, 14.5 psi is 1 bar. But yeah, for just first couple of coats, or yeah, first 2.5 coats on a standard color, I'll just go 20 psi, which I know it's low pressure, but I don't know, it just stops overspray getting all over the place. I find it uses a little bit less base coat as well. Sometimes I'll spray at 2 bar, and I can spray it at 2 bar, but then I just notice like, oh, I'm really close to running out of paint, or I do run out of paint sometimes if I do that. Now this job here, actually, when I read the job sheet, the driver's side, which if you're in America you'll think I'm talking about the wrong side, we jump in our right hand side of our cars, so yeah, the right hand side of this, the right hand fender wasn't actually even down for a blend, but being a brand new car, I think the boss even said that it was his friend's car as well, so they didn't bat an eyelid about me just blending that fender. I'm just like, yeah, look, the colour's pretty good. It was just a little bit out, and I didn't want to go and have this brand new car be a shade out on the bumper bar, so I just blended that fender, and yeah, job looked $1 million when it was done. I'm really happy with this, how this job came out. A nice colour too. Really nice colour. I actually quite like this one. I think it was called Dark Grey, yeah. I think it was like 1H9. I think it was just called Dark Grey. Pretty boring name, but I don't know. I just I sprayed, sorry about that bump there. I just sprayed this colour. It's called Machine Grey. Painted the whole side, and it's just a prick. Like, Mazda, what are you thinking? I've got video footage of it, and as I said, like, sometimes I just can't be bothered editing and uploading the videos, you know. It's a nice sunny spring day out there. What am I doing in my office editing and narrating videos? Should be outside playing. It's all good. Gotta do it, mate. Gotta do it for the subs. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the day when I can do just like half weeks or something like that. I'm busy saving and, you know, trying to pay my home off, and I don't know, I'd love to get that home paid off, and maybe even a second one, so you got a bit of income coming through for the second one, so you don't have to pay rent, but you got a bit of income coming in. Then when that happens, you just say, yep, I'm doing half weeks or something like that. I reckon, like, ideally for me it'd be Tuesday to Thursday, 3-day weeks, more time off than on. And in that case, I'd just be, I don't know, get a bit of a hobby shop or make a bit of a DIY garage out the back of my house, you know. That's cool, and that'd be really cool. I'm looking forward to doing those kind of things. And as I mentioned earlier, some people, they just want to see painting at home, you know. And I can see, like, I kind of agree with him in a way. Like that, I can see big things for the future of this channel when I do more garage stuff, because I know a lot of my viewers are garage sprayers, you know, home sprayers and stuff like that. So they can probably gain a lot more from me spraying at home and just the things that I come across and the way I fix them, than spraying in this controlled environment in the spray booth. Yeah. So that's it. Color blended out really killer, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to edit this second video up straight away. I still only put one video up a week. That's what I'll do sometimes. Get ahead, make a few vids, upload them, and then get a bit of time off. So hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Until next time, get out there and paint some shit. Gunman out.